Welcome back, guys, to the CVL tournament hosted by the Gamers EDU, hosted by me. I am Queen McRib. We are coming back from a wild full Uno reverse card hold, basically back-to-back matches, which had those crazy full reversals, and we truly love to see it. We are going into the last match of the week of the night, so we know tonight's match is going to be killer. It is between CSUDH Gold versus Sac State, and we know there's some bad blood between Sac State. We know they're looking for their redemption arc. They are looking for that W. So we know tonight's match is going to be insane. And I'm lucky enough to be joined by the lovely casting duo of Muted, of Funny Man. What is up, guys?
Glad to be back.
Yeah, it's going to be a good match. I mean, Sac State looking for redemption, but I mean, DH Gold, they had a 13-7 loss a day ago. So, I mean, they're looking to get a W back on the board as well. So, I mean, this one should be a fiery match.
I'm hoping to see some quality, high professional, high octane gameplay out of both teams. I got my eyes on Bobik because I know he's the only one that's really going to deliver the Odin from the matches that we've seen. So I'm hopefully also to see wall bangs. Just the biggest thing about the Odin is just getting the wall bangs. It's going to be huge for me.
I'm excited to see DCMH too. His Omen is pretty serious.
That Omen,
yeah, so many good Omen players. Yeah, it's fun when an Omen knows how to maneuver properly, get up on top of those boxes, which are plenty of elevation, around bind. I think DCMH should have a lot of fun on this map.
I'm expecting some big plays, man. I mean, we just had an amazing first match, amazing. Straight reverse into OT, ending 15-13. Previous match after that was no joke either. I mean, both teams were just absolutely doing some crazy things. And now these guys have a lot to follow up. They need a big follow up. We've been having some amazing things going on right now for the Gamers EDU in the CVL, and I need some big follow up from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got a 15-13, like we'd said. That last match was good too. I mean, a lot of back and forth from these teams, right? Someone starts out hot, but it's nice to see with these teams that they can, hold on, dig in, and, not let the pressure get to them and start to make a comeback. So that's, something good to, good to see out of these, collegiate teams.
Oh, the matching, they're all matching now. It's a serious game now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, they're turning it into chickens now.
Oh, Sac State's turning chickens versus pigs?
This is gonna be one serious fight here.
Oh wait, no, the copycat from Quiz.
Oh,
this is the real psych out right here, right? Everybody just changed their emblems.
Yeah, little piggies is better than the other. That's what it's gonna be. This match. This is gonna be good. But just a heads up for everybody that's watching. Again, we appreciate always being out here with you guys and giving you guys another outlet here for us at the Gamers EDU. We'd like you to join into the community if you're ever feeling like down or anything. We just are trying to build a community full of gamers and people that are also passionate about other esports and Valorant at the moment as well. And if you guys just go just below, you'll see a lot of things, a lot of titles, but the biggest one is our Discord. You can go ahead and hop in there. We have the players, the casters, and great room and a great space to just be one big happy family. So don't forget that. Make sure you hit that right below. We're trying to grow that and give you guys all an outlet in this trying time for everyone here in the United States and around the world, realistically, to give you guys all a great outlet to know that we have a community that likes to support each other and help each other out through these trying times. So make sure you hit that Discord title and get a part of the Discord.
I wanted to ask also, Funny Man, there was a Reina in the last match. So, and we've seen a couple of Reinas actually, and they've been in some of the matches that you've casted. So you explained that she's not the most team healthy agent, but what did you see last match the Reina doing that was helping their team?
The biggest thing that I saw is that the Reina one was not only utilizing the utility pretty well on her part, but she was a fragger. So that's the biggest thing about Reyna's,
Mhm.
and like one of the controversies, even when it comes to the pro scene. I mean, here we have semi-professional players. It's not as easy. Reyna, why she's considered a solo queue person, because it really is a person for herself. But when you're playing with people of high caliber, the question is, can you really guarantee that one player able to just finesse an entire team round and round and round again? Because it's not just one round is great, but we've seen multiple teams win one round and the other team go up four the next. So it's not like one round is amazing. It is something to put on the board, and does help out the score. But the biggest thing is that if we get Reynas that can top frag, or at least be a like second fragger inside the game, that's what really changes the game, and that's how you know Arena is really being played correctly. But we just haven't seen too much out of that. I mean, even in the side, when were casting the first game for CSUN and Fullerton, their Reyna came up strong. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're starting to make plays. So that's a huge thing when it comes to being a Reyna main. But now it looks like we're going to be rolling over to the pistol round here. And it's going to be the attacking side, CSUDH, going to the A site right now. As we are watching, they're getting ready to put everything through. Utilities coming in from both of the Phoenix. Zero is going to end up going down here pretty soon, and they got it all locked down. They know they're all going through showers. Right now, we're probably going to be seeing a rotation coming out of them over to B, as at the moment, Sac State has the man advantage. It is 5-4 right now in the series versus Sac State and Dominguez Hill Gold.
Yeah, nice opening pick by Psycho. Looked like DH wanted to go all through showers, but when you don't have much utility and you're all trying to flood through there, it's really hard just to funnel out. So good pick by Psycho, and it looks like they're going to go in and take the rotate all the way from A. They're slow walking it up to B, so they're going to need to push something quick here. So there's only about 30 seconds left on the clock, and they're going to need to go quickly. But Cypher's still hanging low on A. Looks like Sac State does have at least an Omen and somebody else waiting on B, so they might be able to fourth this threat, but still a 5v4. It looks like Bobik's just going to basically get on the site for free without any contestation at all. Dongle gets a kill. Bobik still alive. Nice. It's going to be a 2v2. Wow. Looks like they're going to go in and get bombed down, and they've turned a 5v4 into a 2v2 real quickly with site control. And yeah, Cypher and Omen are going to be stuck back of site. This is a good turnaround for DH.
Yeah, it's really huge. Bobik again getting the kills that need to happen. Lands the shots onto the enemy Cyphers. Now it's just Jet, and it's a 2v2. Spike is down. It looks like it's going to go to the side of CSUDH. Really huge. Big things out of the boys in gold is that they rarely lose those pistol rounds. I mean, I highlight that because, again, we've already casted them, 4 times? And out of those 4 times, only 2 pistol rounds. They're really high in their percentage. It looks really well on the side of CSUDH, but we can't count out the side of Sac State. We saw in the earlier game between Fullerton and Northridge that although Northridge won the pistol round the first time, Fullerton came back and took it right from them, which rarely does happen, but they were able to make a statement. So let's see how Sac State's going to be able to answer this round.
Yeah, that was a great end of the round. I mean, Bobik basically got to walk on site for free. I mean, had good follow-up from the breach coming in, but he was able to get on site, do his thing, and him and DCMH clutch it up. So that's a great start. Looks like they're going to be able to get Spectre buys, and they're going to try for that A plan again, but looks like the opposing Jet's going to get real sneaky, but I think Chris and the breach have read this, but Jet's still going to pick a kill. DCMH for the trade, so back down to a 4v4 even, but it looks like they're going to try to rotate back out and just a trade to start the round.
Yeah, DCMH right now is really hurt. Rux is right now in a quarter getting ready to counter the push as it's all going towards B. He's trying to get the information for his team. You see on the side of Sac State, everybody is still A, thinking that the push is coming A. But it's just one of those maps. As soon as you realize so much time has gone by, they have not hit A. Let's go B. That means the rotation needs to come through. And we can
30
see right
seconds
now
left.
on their side, Kaizen and their Phoenix is going to start rotating here.
Oh,
Hopefully pretty
Darian.
soon.
They don't even expect anything. Oh, Darian gets one. Maybe honestly should have let one pass. They had no idea Darian was there, but that's all right as Chris is going to be able to get 2 on the site, and we had
10 seconds
3v2s.
left.
They're going to be able to get bombed down. I mean, they're getting slow. They're going very slow rotates, but they're making them work in the end. So, I mean, if you can make them work,
One enemy
it almost doesn't even matter the rotation speed.
Taken out.
Yeah, it's going to be really huge. Right now, it's a 3v2. It's going to be a 3v2 on the side of favoring the side of CSUDH Gold. Kaizen's trying to make something happen for his team, but nothing's working at the moment. And I mean, the boys in gold got it. Spike is down. That Kaizen needs to have something happen, but I don't think he's going to really pull anything off with that classic this round.
No, I think he's only got a couple HP, and Zero's just going to finish him off with a pistol and 2-0. And yeah, another round. I mean, they start off A, get a trade. Nothing really works out there fully. They do a slow rotate to B. Honestly, I think if Darian might have waited, maybe, you know, to let a couple more players pass, that could have been maybe a round in their favor. But good plays by Chris to open that up with a kill, get onto the site, and they're up 2-0 with enough money to buy. So definitely a good start for them right now.
And we're seeing Bobik on Sova as well, which is like Bobik's the Sac State's team captain. So it's nice to see a team captain who's picking an agent that is getting so much information. I mean, he seems to know where everyone is because his recon arrows are perfect every time.
Yeah, Bobik is a really good Sova player, arguably probably the best in the league at the moment. I mean, he gets the information how he needs it, and that's how he's able to play with LMGs and just seeing Odin gameplay. And right now, we're seeing another LMG gameplay coming out pretty soon. So that was been basically one of his strong suits, and how he's able to clutch up moments when it's 4v1 and you think the round is lost, but he comes clutch and wins the round for his team. But as we're talking,
Nice.
they're mowing down the side of Sac State. It's right now a 3v2. DCMH is a little bit hurt, but I think it's going to be another round to the boys in gold.
Yeah, and as you know, we've been talking about Bobik. I think he's shown the power of sticking to one champ and mastering it, right? Whereas, you know, some of these other teams in the collegiate league so far, we've only seen them, you know, maybe play a champ one game. Oh my God, Rux is just running through the smoke and is just gonna single-handedly help retake the site. My God, I mean, they got bombed down, but the rest of DH was all trapped in the back of showers, and that just allowed Sac State to roll right in and get it. I mean, huge play by Rux, and we love to talk about Omen players, and they just love to deliver.
Yeah, it's just it was so good, dude. I don't know. Rux, we got DCMH last game on the side of Fullerton and Sac. That everybody's like an awesome Omen player. I don't even understand, but people just know how to play the Omen really well.
And he has smokes that last for a while too. I know that's why a lot of people like to play him.
Yeah, I mean, you can lay down his, you know, his dark cover, and it's nice how far you can see, because when you pull that ability up, I mean, you can basically see the layout of the map, and I mean, throw the smokes across maps. I mean, and as an Omen, you should be able to place perfect smokes every time and be able to get good positioning, and then, you know, the shrouded step, I mean, you can teleport onto a box, like right there to the left, or you can teleport into the smoke, which a lot of times Omen will do to almost catch the opposing team off guard. So the Omens have a lot of maneuverability and outplay potential.
Yeah, they really do. Right now, though, we're going to be seeing the attacker side go straight B as the defense is all at A, thinking they're going to go A. Couple of people are going to be captured at B. They're sending some of their utility at B. Rotation's coming in here pretty soon, but I mean, let's see how DH is going to be taking over their B bomb side. But that was really huge on the side of Sac State, getting a huge 2K for their team.
30 seconds
2 kills on the side of Sac State, putting it at a 3v3, evening out the man advantage.
But it looks like the Sova ult's going to come out from Bobik and doesn't seem to tag anybody. As I don't think anybody's dropping HP, and looks like they're going to take the quick teleporter, try to get down on A, and they definitely caught him out on the rotation, so they will have that bomb site down. Bobik at 70 HP. I think Breach is barely any HP, so they're going to rely heavily on Bobik here to clutch out this round. But Quiz is going to be alone, trying to hunt for, looks like Bobik. Going to catch Bobik just as he turns. That's unfortunate. Breach is all alone in a 1v3, and with his health, that's going to be a hard round to clutch as they're going to rush him. Yep, Kaizen takes him down with a bullet, and that's going to be a tie game at 2-2.
Yeah, the end of that round was played really well. I mean, that was good aggression on the side of Sac State. They're definitely making a statement right now. It is 2-2 in the series. They are here, and they're saying, hey, DH, we're not far from the win either. We want to put some redemption in this one. So, I mean, both teams are coming out swinging and getting some really decent hits on each other.
Yeah, I mean, they're able to counter him that play on B. They're able to get a couple, opening frags. And, yeah, nice trades overall. Seems like as soon as they're able to get some guns, they made some plays. And, even though it was a 2v3 and, DH beat him out on the rotation thanks to the teleporter. I mean, just good retakes, good timing. And, yeah, it looks like Sac's right back in it, and they really want this match.
We're going to see some things pretty huge with the economy as we're seeing sheriffs get pulled out. I mean, both teams have been ruining each other's economies. And it's really just depending on which team has survived the round before that's able to have the guns like the Phantoms and the Vandals. So it's really interesting right now. I know on the side of DH, we got a couple of sheriffs, and it's going to be huge on their end to win this round when it comes to economy, because if they're looking to even buy and put themselves in even a better deficit or even in a better position in the later rounds, they're going to need the wins out of this, and they got to stop the bleeding too with the kills on their
look
side.
at Dongle though, man. Gets an opening pick with the Sheriff, was able to find a Vandal, get a kill, loses with it, but helps his team get into a 2v2 situation, now 1v2, or now 2v0, as they're just going to get cleaned up. Bomb gets defused, and they had a chance, right? I mean, with the Sheriffs, it's just got that one-tap potential. You can make plays work, but not enough, as Sac State's going to go and take that round and take 3 straight.
Yep. Right now, it's going to be favoring the side of Sac State heavily. I mean, that's all really what it's going to look like at the moment. It's a 3-2, though, in the series. Don't count DH out, as they're going to be trying to come back and put another point on the board. At the moment, we're going to be seeing the whole defensive side in this bye phase get ready to stack B as DH has been going. But DH is going to try a different approach towards A, and it looks like there is 3 players from the side of Sac State ready to answer that call. We're going to be seeing here Bobik try to get the drone. Drone gets knocked out. Psycho goes out. Huge 2K.
Psycho, wow.
I should say plural.
Massive 2K. Yeah, DH all trying to go mid, but Psycho holds it as the Sova drones out and gets the flash, is able to pick 2 as they're not all looking at the same time. So a great play by Psycho. Another Phoenix that's showing off, and man, that is almost a near flawless round.
I'm really glad that I'm seeing still the Quiz, 1, running Jet, 2, bringing out the op. We haven't seen much of it, and even in an earlier warm-up game prior to that, they brought out the Marshall. So we already see the heavy $5,000 investment, but for a gun that can one-shot anybody, anywhere, almost all the time. So huge investment on that, and it's going to be really interesting how Quiz plays his Jet. Again, the nerfs and the updates came out this week for Jet and the Operator, so it's going to be pretty interesting. You got 2 nerfed items being used, an agent and an op, all together in one. So really interesting to see how Quiz is going to be running this Jet as the nerfs have been rolled out.
I mean, so far from the play, we haven't seen the Jets, penalized too bad. We've definitely seen some nice Jet plays this week still, but
Sure.
with a slightly nerfed Jet and a slightly nerfed op, if Quiz can make this work, it'll really be a testament to just how good of a player Quiz is. And to use the op right in front of Bobik, right? Bobik is, since the scrims that we've casted and, the match we watched, Bobik's been one of the nice op players, but Quiz can show up and might kind of take over that spot.
Most definitely, Bobik is the man, Stan. Right now, we're watching the side of Sac State get ready for the B push. Looks like on the side of Dominguez Hills, though, they're kind of spread out. It's a three. It almost looks like really all three or four are going on to B, and then there's only one playing spoiler at A. But right now, trades are going to be coming in. First blood again on the side of Sac State. This is something similar that we saw with Fullerton and North Ridge. When you have a team that starts getting the first bloods, it usually goes in the side of the team that has the first blood and gets the round win.
10 seconds left.
And that's one of the things I think most teams have to work on is getting those picks, those first picks, but not just getting the first picks, being able to secure them a little bit more. So really understanding how to play defense and offense in this game is pivotal. Knowing the points to peak at, when to peak at, and that's really going to change the momentum of the game. But right now, as we see, there's a huge lead now. It's a 3. We got Sac State up 5-2 right now in the series, and again, that's what 7 rounds. So we're just 5 rounds away from the half. If DH doesn't put anything or barely gets a couple of points on the round, wouldn't surprise me. But they do come alive after the half. That's all I know. That's the scrims that we have casted. They usually come alive after the half is there, and that's one of the weaknesses I feel like Gold team does have is the fact that they don't come out heavy shooting most of the time, and that could play good or bad. You're kind of playing at the tail end of the defending side, or whatever side, attacking or defending side all the time, and not really giving yourself that room like Sac State. Sac State, if they lose this round, they just lose this round. They're still up 2 though, and they still got a good advantage to keep going and put it closer to 13.
Funny man, did you give me predictions for this match?
We didn't do that at Pierce. So I'm gonna be playing the devil's advocate. I'm saying 13-8 in the side of CSUDH Gold.
And I had said 13-9 Sac State.
So
I'm on Gold side for sure.
All right. I'm on the lonely island over here, but that's all right. I mean, Darian's gonna pop his ult back, but no, Bobik with a 4K in that round, a huge opening, and Bobik opened that up with his Hunter's Fury to start that round, and they're able to push their way through, and so they stopped their loss bonus, and now they're gonna get a little bit more money on the economy, and that's huge, right? I mean, when you're just losing rounds, your economy just is gonna fluctuate. One round you're able to buy, next round you're not gonna be able to. I mean, especially stacking that max loss bonus, it's just going to go up and down. But it's a huge round win, and Bobik stepping it up with 4 kills, going from 2 and 5 to 3 and 5 to 7 and 5 right there.
that is really huge. Yep, on the side of DH again, Bobik, the star player, able to take on 4 people the entire match and keep his team alive. Really huge. But the biggest thing that I was just looking at their economy, man. If they lose this round, it's going to hurt. We're going to go back to seeing SMGs or classics or maybe even sheriffs. So we're going to need, really, DH is going to need to put some more points up in this round as it goes up 5-3 in the series. I mean, they need to get it close. I would like to see DH come alive now and get it 5-5 or even 6-5. That's something that's been hindering them again since we've casted them.
Yeah, not dig themselves in too big of a hole early, right? I mean, we know they can chain a bunch of rounds together, but if the hole's too big, they're not able to fully climb out of it. So now's the start. They get around on the board, start getting the economy in their favor. They've got a Cypher ult to work with to gain intel, and that's really all they need in this round, right? This game is a game of intel and capitalizing on intel and the plays you make. So hopefully they can work that here. Yeah, so started off throwing things at A, but it looks like, again, they're going to make that slow rotation over to B. And when they've made this slow rotation so far, I mean, they've been able to capitalize and make it work still.
10
so
seconds left.
This is going to be really huge right now. The opening first blood for the side of gold, but Quiz comes with the answer on Dongle. Now 2 kills go down, and defenders win because they run the time. It's a really huge.
Yeah, not using the time the best that round for sure. I mean, I thought I didn't actually even notice the clock there. I saw the rotate coming in. I was like, oh, we still got like 20 seconds, 25. We're fine. You got to pick on the Omen, but yeah, I mean, again, it's the only issue with the rotations is they are a bit slow on the rotations, but I mean, they need to step that up. I mean, capitalizing on your rotations no matter the speed is one thing, but sometimes if you don't play that clock the best, rounds like that happen, and you shouldn't be really losing a round like that if there's 7 people still alive in the game.
Yeah.
Other than rotations, what do you guys think that DH can do to kind of take back some of this momentum?
Playing one, you have to play the clock because defense not only has the ability that they don't have to plant, so they don't have to worry about planning. They just got to worry about either killing you or running down the time. I mean, that's going to be big. The biggest thing right now is winning the gunfights. Right now, I think we've only really seen DCMH and Bobic go off for their team, and it can't just be a 2-man squad the entire game against another squad that's hitting all their shots. I think we've seen a consistent trade in kills for all the teammates on the side of Sac State, and maybe very few for the gold, but the main majority of them coming from DCMH and Bobic. So really just being able to get the kills, land the kills, and I think really they just have to play a little bit more cohesively as a team. It feels like they're too spread. People are getting caught out by themselves in the open, and nobody's there for a trade. Nobody's there to help. But in the times that we have seen that, again, it goes back to the gun skill where you see one person gets caught out in the open, the other guy comes in ready to trade, and that guy also gets knocked out, and it gives Sac State a big 2-piece. So that's that's what I see from DH that they could use to at least better themselves in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I like the plays, right? Trying to make some noise at a bomb site and rotate, but I mean, it's the tempo's got to be quicker, right? Because if you take too slow, to rotate, you just give the time to again gather that intel and think, hey, maybe they're not actually coming here. Maybe it was just a fake, and then kind of rotate back and match them at the bomb site. But I mean, I agree with what Funny was saying. Need to get those kills. I mean, that was a 2-piece by the Cypher to start that round, and it was just a individual 2-piece, not even traded back. The 2 of the people that died weren't even looking at them. So they just need to be able to get in positions to trade and really get that team shot on.
Most definitely. Right now, we are 7-3 in the series. We got 3 ults on each side of the team. We'll see how that gets played. Right now, Bopig has his Hunter's Fury once again. But something interesting that I was reading in the chat as well, somebody said that Sac State's secret weapon are stinger rounds. So we might see the secret weapon get pulled out when it gets kind of crazy in the economy here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of stingers up in the chat. I mean, definitely as far as the fan hype meter, definitely Sac State is very loud in the chat right now. I still want that hype meter. I still want that fan meter. It needs to really be like a collegiate theme that could get decked out for Twitch, because that'd be amazing.
I think we can customize our own hype meters, so we gotta have to have that in the workings here pretty soon. A customizable hype meter for the teams here, and an interactive thing for the viewers as well. But as we're still watching here, we have a 5v4 now 5v3. It's really huge on the side of Sac State. Again, they're just getting the kills that they need to get. Bomb gets planted, but Bobic doesn't survive. That is huge.
Out by the Molly.
And there we have it. Psycho going off. He's been very impressive. He's gotten, I think, 3 kills that round just by himself, and one was with one of his utilities, which we haven't really seen too many Phoenixes get kills with. I don't know if DH doesn't turn anything around, it's going to go 9-3, and that's going to be a really hard position to be in when you got to do a comeback. When you're coming back that far below, it's not great.
What do you guys see that Sac State is doing? That their defense just seems to be super hard to like penetrate to get through.
That goes there.
Hey,
This goes here.
in their defense, they're holding well, but I'm almost just I'm still just wanting to like kind of harp on the slowness, right? I mean, that's another bomb plant that's only down at 3 seconds, right? He started planting it, and I mean, when he officially set it down and planted, I think it was like 0.98 on the clock. So I mean, again, almost the last possible second to bomb down. So I think it's just, I mean, when the team's playing very indecisively, I think give all the time in the world just to get set up. I mean, they're getting set up in the spots they need to be, and
I know exactly.
they know where DH is coming from, so they're able to throw out the mollies. I mean, Bobik gets bombed down, but like funny called out. I mean, the just gets mollied to death immediately after planning, so they just have all the time in the world to set up and make plays. But as we're talking about that, DH gets a nice round of the board as they only lost one member and a nice win to try to bring it around back as we're going to go into the next half and swap sides.
Yeah, that was really huge. They're trying to show some life. I'd like to see some more life out of these boys as they play. But it's still a scary situation. They're down 4, but again, we've seen it happen. We had CSUN, they were like 2-9 or 2-7 or something like that. We're like, oh, it's definitely going to Fullerton. Goes into an overtime, and CSUN wins it. So maybe that's what they're trying to pull off. They're trying to make a statement, be the second team to send us into an overtime this league season. So I'm not too sure, but boys in gold really need to start working a little bit better together. I'd like to see a little bit more aggression out of them, a little bit more like cohesiveness and just sureness in them, because just like Pierce said, when they're pushing places, it's almost, you could watch it and say they're second guessing themselves. When you're looking at Sac State, they just know what they're doing. They're like, yep, we're going B, we're going B. Or DH is like, B, good question. And
Sometimes committing is the difference between a win and a loss.
Yeah, and committing sometimes feels hard, right? Like when you play a match in some game, I mean, rushing the enemy team almost feels scary in a sense,
Yeah.
Like you almost get afraid of like, oh my God, are we gonna mess this up or are we gonna die? But I mean, sometimes you really gotta get over that and push. I mean, we've seen some matches where the aggressive teams just really win games hard because the aggression will throw off the other team, right? You just, you're trying to, try to play a round out, play it slow and think, but then you're just getting hit with a Phoenix ult on the side, and, Jet getting a kill, pushing in. I mean, there's a bunch of different scenarios that could happen in, but the aggression just really throws teams for a loop if they're not prepared for it. So I think if DH just pumps up that aggression, I think they'll be fine. And hey, they get a pistol round to start here, so this is looking good for a comeback.
yeah, at least we can guarantee pistol rounds, right? But again, just to shout out Zero, huge. He had a 3K that entire round to keep the team alive. And right now, it's going well. They definitely aren't people that give up the pistol rounds. So, like I said, that's the one thing I do commend and Gold, is that they're consistent in the pistol. Now they need to take this advantage, get another win on the board. They should be at least guaranteed another one, but who knows? It goes back and forth right now with them. So I'm not sure. I'm really hoping this round goes to them. It's statistically supposed to, but we'll see how.
Ooh, look at that camera.
That's a really nice
That's
camera.
a nice.
That is a nasty camera. I mean, they're not going to be able to notice, and that's just a ton of intel for Chris. I mean, the man has definitely done his research, and yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to fire the dart. All he has to do is just keep looking through it, and Quiz has absolutely no idea that they know. I mean, look at the map. I mean, they're just staring at Quiz and inside a hookah, and looked like Bobik had the Marshall to start, but there we go, Funny switching over to the Odin, so it's time for a spray down in hookah.
I'm excited, man. I want to see these wall bangs come through. I want to see 4Ks come through with that. Maybe an entire team wipe. Can that be even possible inside of a war, inside of this Valorant league? Who knows, man? But I'm excited. Right now, it looks like they understand that DH knows they're at B. Full rotation over to A. really huge on Zero,
Ooh.
getting the big kill. Trades coming through right now. Now it's a 4v2. They just dismantled Sac State. As it looks like it's gonna go 8-6, Pierce. I don't know, but I think they can they hear us? Because unless they're taking our advice right now, definitely they're looking a lot better than just 2 rounds, even 3 rounds ago.
I mean, all it
10
takes is for
seconds
somebody to
left.
get hyped. I mean, maybe halftime switch and get the coach hop in there on the mic real quickly and yell something at him, get him pumped up, or I mean, Bobic maybe getting them, talking into him, say, hey, it's half, down 8-4, it's not bad. I mean, there's been bigger comebacks than that in games that I've seen. So, I mean, all it takes is a half, right? Because it just equalizes the momentum a bit. You go to pistols, it's a fresh start. I mean, if all DH needs to do is just take it round by round, and by the end of the game, it's almost like those 8 rounds aren't even there.
Today has been a full day of just like reversal matches back to back to back. So who knows?
We might see that here today. They might be able to catch up and tie out the game. I mean, we kind of need it for predictions on our end. But at the same time, I know they want it. They want the win. So they have to make something happen. I mean, for our predictions being 13-9 and 13-8, right now, Sac's on a good run to at least be the closest to 13 right now. And DH, again, they're answering. So hopefully they can answer this one again and put it 7-8. Quiz gets, though, the first kill on Zero. Already putting man down, 5v4 in the side of Sac State. It's benefiting them at the moment. Looks like
Watch
Bomb
the
might get...
teleporter.
Yep, there we go with the tally. But it looks like Bomb might have gotten planted straight down onto A. Unless they're going to do the full rotation.
No, they're going for the rotate. That's what I thought immediately was they got to pick. I'm like, well, the rotation you saw on the screen come out from Chris. But, I mean, with that teleporter there, like we mentioned, binds that map where you can kind of get an opening, pick A, and fake it and immediately cut to B. But, I mean, even though they got the opening kill and they started to make that rotate, nothing quite happened
30
yet. And
seconds left.
when you saw Kaizen go through, but Sac State is actually still going to be sticking A, and you're going to have to see Kaizen on the rotate, bomb plants down. So, I mean, when you got bind, it's just fakes on fakes.
This is going to be really huge for Quiz right now. Yes, he's low health, but he opened up the game for the team. Now they're rotating back to A, full stacking A. Rolling Thunder comes through. Bobic trying to get a kill on the bomb site. Another kill comes into the side of Sac 2. Oh, no, on the side of DH. They're getting the kills down. Now it's just Quiz, and he's just a pinch away from death.
Always like the last man standing.
Quiz is definitely that great jet main, man. He's the only one of the other players that I can highlight on Sac State that just completely goes off.
Yeah, I think it's just a testament, finishing the thought from rounds ago. I mean, if you main a champ and you always play it right, you're comfortable in it, you know your role. I mean, that's what I prefer to see from a lot of teams, right, is they know, what role they're going to play and stick to it, right? Where I've seen, unfortunately, some of these collegiate teams, it'll almost be like solo queue, right? One game be like, what do you want to play? I'll play Reyna. Next game, what do you want to play? I think I'll play Raze. And you just kind of like pick whatever you feel like. But I mean, when players like Bobic and then Quiz stick to their heroes, you can really see just the skill ceiling of that champ and just the amazing plays that can be made.
I know someone in chat said DH's problem is they're not getting enough information. So hopefully with Chris on that Cypher, getting those nice cams, they're able to turn this around.
Yeah, it's really, it's mostly dependent on the side of Chris with that Cypher. Cypher is built for information. Not that Sova isn't, but Sova just has one recon dart, and he does have a drone, but the drone doesn't get used the way that it needs to. It gets used for a quick push.
Oh, Zero cleaning out that corner.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, Cypher's camera is nice because if you can, keep it alive, you can pick it up and move it around. Unfortunately, I mean, for Sova, you can't just call his recon drone back. I mean, it's either going to detonate or, it's going to get shot down. So, I mean, yeah, definitely if you want to scout and get some
30 seconds
information,
left.
just Cypher with his camera. I mean, Sova, you know, is considered more of the initiator, so you're really going to use his recon dart and shock darts to get in. But as I'm talking, DH just comes swinging out and ties the game up 8-8.
This is the type of life that you need to see. Now it's anybody's game. Then
4 straight.
That's huge. Sac really just let him come back on that. That's pretty big. I don't know how the boys in Sac are feeling, but they need to make something happen. Both of these teams are looking for redemption. Both of these teams are looking for a win. And right now it looks like DH wants it more than Sac does. So we'll see right here in the next round what's gonna happen. Are we gonna go to an OT? I kind of feel it. I mean, these teams are gonna go back and forth, but I don't mind going to another one. I mean, the first one was just absolutely crazy. So hey, the second one has to be crazier than the first, right?
If this game could go longer than the other one, that would be insane. But I mean, DH is going to be on a roll right now as they have 4 rounds in a row, 2 ultimates to their advantage. I mean, defensive side has definitely been more favorable for both of these teams so far. So I mean, if DH can keep this momentum rolling and perform better on this defensive side, I mean, they're just rolling. They're getting the kills this round, looking much more impressive on this side. Yep, Zero gets an opening pick. Looks like they're going to be able to hold it a 4v4. Yeah, gets traded out, though, but looks like the paranoia comes out from the Omen. Omen jumps in. Psycho's going to be there to back him up, but Psycho's already taken hits. Bobik for the trade. Zero with the op. Not Bobik, but Zero. And in a 3v2 situation, Bobik another kill. It looks like they're just going to be able to hold as it's a 3v1. And there goes 5 rounds straight for DH.
That's looking real good. They're building up great momentum right now, and that was real huge. I mean, I saw 3 ults. I was assuming that probably we're gonna see that, but the moment I saw the Jet die, I didn't think the ults were coming out at all, because I feel like Jet was gonna initiate the ults coming through. We might see on this next round though, Bladestorm come out, but they're gonna need it, you know. And right now, from 3 to 5, the whole team is stacked, so we're probably gonna see a really crazy match here, and a really crazy round, just in the fact of it's about to get crazy. It's about to hit the fan. You're going to see a couple ults come in. They're going to try to take control of one bomb site. The question is, which one?
Yeah, I mean, this could be a round.
Oh. No, go.
Yeah, and this could be a round where, I mean, you know, people relate this game to Overwatch, right? You know, enemy teams got 5 ults. Well, you just kind of throw 5 ults at them and, you know, people die, and it's kind of hard to win that. So, but I mean, if they can maybe not take that approach and just use only a few ults and spread it out, I mean, they could reverse momentum. But I mean, even then, just because they have ults, I mean, DH still has 2 of their own and a Phoenix and Sova. So I mean, it's DH definitely has the momentum still.
Yep, that's still not taken away from them, but it looks like they're going to try to take control over A. They only have one playing back spawn, which is watching for that flank. But here we see the Jet ult coming through. It's going to be interesting to see what Quiz is going to be able to pull off.
There we go.
There's one.
Yeah, Quiz is on the hunt right now. Go ahead and smoke
2.
Heaven. Gets another one as the ult's going to come out. Quiz is going off. And there, oh man, a third one. Wow. Quiz showing just how Jet is played. Is he just able to go out of showers like that and just smoke and get a few kills? An absolutely nasty play by Quiz. Yeah, I mean, they invest 3 ults and they're gonna get basically a flawless round as long as Bobik doesn't get a pick. But what a nasty start for that round.
Bobik got a pick, so not quite flawless, but my goodness, man. Quiz said, "What nerf?" I didn't see one. But that's a huge thrifty on the side of Sac State.
That was a nice Jet ult.
Yeah, I mean, gets the opening pick, and just the combination with the Sova coming out as well basically forced another player out of his spot, gets the second, and then nice thing about Jet, she can smoke dash, get up to the, you know, the B heaven, and was able to surprise a Cypher for a 3rd kill, so... Ali, I think over 20 kills now for Quiz. I mean, if this game goes any longer, could be pushing for 30+.
That'd be huge. I don't think we've had any player hit 30. We've had him close. first, I think actually, yeah, some of the first matches we casted on Monday, I think the highest was 29, and I think it might have
Yep.
been Quiz himself. So that was, I mean, could he break it against them? I'm not too sure, but right now it looks like DH is going to try to answer back as Zero gets the first blood. He knows somebody's at showers, tries to get the second, but he's trying to get them to push. Firewall comes out. There looks like they're all trying to still rotate towards A. Is he going to be able to get the Omen coming out of the smoke? No, gets traded out here.
Rocks.
And this is huge. The gunfights are coming in. Trades are coming in. DCMA is very hurt at the moment. Rux is able to get another kill. That's 2 kills this round for him. It's really huge. Chris goes down to Psycho. Now it's just a 2v3. It's a 2v2, 2v1. My goodness, I cannot even keep up. These kids are just dropping faster than flies. Bobik, though.
With the Odin.
This is huge. It's Bobik and Quicks, arguably 2 of the best players that can be in a 1v1 matchup right now. And he gets the
Bobik with the clutch. Let's go by Bobik. Hey, there's the Odin play. We wanted out of him. But yeah, I mean, that was a scary start to that round because, you know, Zero, granted, got a pick, was basically their frontline defense on that round. And basically once he went down, that gave Sac State free room. But good hold, good clutch. I mean, Bobik in a 1v2 with that Odin, just showing how powerful of a pick that gun can be.
That's just huge. That's why I love Bobik, man. I was watching earlier, Hiko, he was going off with that. Man, this guy might be the prodigy. Is the mentor. He must be mentored by Hiko, just running the Odin.
Yeah, I mean, that gun, it's not as costly, but it can still be nasty. It's an absolute bullet hose, and Bobik just shows that he's one of the few players, if really the only player in the league that knows how to use it to its advantage. So 10-9, I mean, they lost a round back to Sac, but I mean, they got one right back. So far they're having a much more successful defensive side. It looks like Sac State's going to come out hot on the beat. This is time for Bobik to shine in the close quarters, but no, gets picked off instantly by Psycho. And yeah, Sac State coming right back at him on an offensive round, looking to tie it up at 10-10, but 5v3 if DCMH can get a pick like that, there's still hope for DH.
And those really headshots that we know him to get.
Yeah. DCMH is like the second star here, you know. We got Bobik, and then we got DCMH on that side of DH. But Quiz, man, Quiz, Rux. My goodness. Both of those players have been doing great tonight. And arguably the rest of them as well. It's not just those, but they've been doing some highlight. That's huge, though. 2-piece, 3 kills come in. Real big on Psycho, though, with a 3-piece the entire round. It's 10-10. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling OT right now. It's going back and forth, back and forth. Oh, it's going to go 12-12 here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, DH started off the side with a ton of momentum, but now as the rounds go on, Sac State has been able to equalize that a great bit. And, I mean, putting us at 10-10, I mean, if we're trying to get our predictions, you know, spot on so far, now we're both wrong.
That's okay. We're having some high caliber gameplay here, and I'm more excited on that. But oh my goodness, I wonder what's gonna be the answer for DH right now. These both teams are just neck and neck. They're still swinging. We thought for a second it would have just been all on the side of Sac State, but DH said no. We're still in the running, and now it's 10-10. It's any man's game at this point. But huge dart on that drone. Gets the kill on Zero, though. Forces him out of spawn. It's a really strong push towards A. They're getting the kills. They're doing real big. They already know where Brim's at. So now they're just waiting. Bomb is down. It's 3v5 right now. DH with the man deficit. Sac State with the benefit having a 5-man. We still have Quiz if he wanted to. He could pull out a Blade Storm and just wipe out 3 of them if he wanted to, but he's just going to use his raw gun skill. Wipes Chris off the map. Now it's a 2v5. It looks like it's going to go round 11 to the side of Sac State for this round. And they got a flawless
round. I mean, just some nice picks. You know, DH didn't really have much guns that round, and Sac State capitalized, gets some nice opening picks, forces a rotate out into a flawless round. And yeah, Quiz in style up there at the top of his team, 24 and 10, making some absolute plays. Bobic for his side, 20 and it's about 13 or 14, can't fully tell. But yeah, it's a battle of and Bobic for the top frags. But yeah, now the momentum stopped. I mean, that's what we've seen out of DH before. They come in on the defensive side and they get a ton of rounds back, but it hasn't usually been enough to close it in the end. But look at Zero with an opening pick. That's huge if they want to stay in the game.
Yeah. And just to confirm the score, Bobic is 20 and 10. He has a 2.0 KD.
Okay.
Quiz is 23 and 10. So he's a 2.3. That is huge. These two characters of this match are nearly identical. Both of these players are keeping their teams alive. That is a 4v4. Really huge on Quicks, getting 2 kills. DCMH getting another kill as well.
Bobic got the off in hand. That's a nice play. And DCMH, it looks like DH is going to be able to answer back. And that's another round, 11-11. The back and forth begins. And I mean, we're right on that edge where overtime is looking like almost certain.
It's really huge. DCM, 3-piece. That round, that is huge. Again, that's the biggest momentum thing. I think they're starting to get out of their shells and they're starting to getting aggressive. Both teams are going at it. Man, it's just great to watch. 11-11. Next one is match point, and that's going to be pivotal because whichever team has that, if either Sac State or DH gets that, either team has to win that round if they're still looking for a win and make it win by 2 in OT. I mean, that was the same thing for Fullerton and Northridge, and Northridge showed it. They wanted it, and I believe both teams want it bad enough. So I don't know. I'm saying OT right now. I really am. I'm hoping for it because it's getting hype. I'm getting off of my seat, man, from some of these kills. It's crazy.
Yeah, but DCMH is going to get 2 out of showers. I mean, he was able to ult off the start of the round C long to get the information that nobody was there. So make the heads up call, gets a 3rd onto the opposing Omen. Dongle's getting the 4th kill, and we might be up for a flawless round as DH is not going to go down in this map without a fight.
Looks like right there, Kaizen's trying to make some work. Gets 2 kills on the side of DH, but gets traded by DCMH. That is 4 kills for him this round. 12-11. Match point. Favoring the side of CSUDH Gold. Right now, if Sac is looking to get any closer to the win, they need to secure this round. So, I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I really don't know. These teams are evenly matched. I can't really say it's going to go one way or the other. Both teams are starting to respond and work their little minute mistakes and just do in-game adjustments. It's really great to see, but oh my goodness, this is a nail-biting round. Oh my gosh.
Bobic with an instant snipe. I mean, this is just hot. I mean, they want to close out and get the victory. I mean, props last round to DCMH, right? He basically did it all. Like I said, ulted C long, got the information, shut down the shower push, and Bobic with an opening pick on to the Jet. I mean, that's just a huge shutdown. You're basically down to the Phoenix as your only fragger, and well, Zero picks up another kill. Bobic's going to answer back with his Hunter Fury. Don't think he's going to be able to fully tag anybody. That's all right, as is in a 5v3 situation. They know they're stuck in hookah with bomb down. Zero with the aggressive frag. Here comes a 5v2. This could be the end of the game as Cypher's going to back off. Kaizen gets that kill. Going to get the ultimate for some intel, and it's not quite over yet, but DH with that dominant start.
See, this is why I think that not having an op, even after the buff, is just a bad idea. I mean, it can work well if you're good with your shots, but that precedent, like, all we saw is, hey, buy phase is done. Bam! This guy's head's clean off. He's clean off the map. The amount of pressure an op puts on the field is huge, and people can use that for their advantage in strategy and how they push different sites. So it's going to be huge.
There goes Bobic is probably going to end the game with the op right here at a 3v1. I don't think Sac State's got enough time. And yep, kill gets finished off. DH with a nice comeback, being down 8-4 at the half, going to win that 13-11, and they're going to get their first W in the Collegiate Valorant League.
A reversal, back to back to back reversals.
That's what's happened. DH has completely gone off, and I mean, holy smokes, just to see what happened. Let's review some of their stats right now. Quiz, of course, 24 and 13. Bobic, 23 and 13. These guys are literally identical, almost. I mean, Bobic has one extra assist than Quiz. Quiz has one extra kill than Bobic. I mean, they're twin brothers at this point. I believe it. You got DCMH 22 and 13. 0 as well, even though he's not positive. Huge play out of him. Kaizen Psycho, just really huge. Highlighting still Rux, because Rux did just a great job getting the kills that he needed to do. Dongle and Chris, I mean, their presence were on the map. They got some major things. I saw the Rolling Thunder. I saw some great information played on them. They might not have some great stats, but they still play their characters pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, what a play. I mean, 14 first bloods out of Sac State, only 10 for DH, but I mean, they made it work real well. I mean, where is that? Like 7 first bloods for Quiz, but 6 for Zero. Just the Jet and Phoenix duel. But that was a good game. I mean, they just played defense way better than what DH did. I mean, they got the picks. I mean, they had such a momentum early on. I mean, 5-6 rounds in a row. You know, again, showing how DH can bring it back, right? Get that halftime reset and just get that momentum on the board, starting with pistol. So, I mean, just an excellent game. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the combat scores are pretty close. I mean, you got some low ones down from Darian to Chris, but excellent game out of DH, and they got to be feeling good getting their first dub.
Yeah,
It
right now.
shows how adaptable DH is. Like they really turned it back when we thought they were done for.
Yeah, that's been pretty huge. I mean, I think all games today, we've just seen that out of whoever was on the deficit side, is that they've just changed those micro adjustments. It's things that we can't really, as casters, see, but it's just that's how the gamers and the competitors work, is that they know what they're doing wrong and they micro adjust in game because there's no time to wait for practice. So I think that's the biggest thing that I saw out of all the teams. I mean, it was really great to see huge games out of these two guys. Sac State, unfortunately, is going to end the week at an 0-2. DH is happy to be at 1-1. I mean, teams were phenomenal. We've had just an amazing week of competitive gameplay here at the Collegiate Valorant League, hosted and ran by the EDU. Who it's just been crazy, man. I'm excited for week 2. We still got 7 more weeks after this. So, y'all that are watching, don't think that this is it. We're coming back next week, and it's probably going to be better than the first.
For sure. And also, just as a reminder, here at the Gamers EDU, we really want to put your mental health first. So if you or your friend are struggling, please hang out with us in our Discord. We have resources there just for you, as well as on our website. You can go there, find out some mental health resources that might be able to be suited for you.
For sure.
Absolutely. Please come on in. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, during COVID, it's been pretty hard to, you know, for a while to go and do a lot of things in person, and maybe, you know, a lot of people are missing that connection that they need. But thankfully, with, you know, video games, and especially, you know, something like Discord, right, you can, you know, hop in channels, hop in with people, and still connect with people. I mean, really anywhere in the world, whether it be here in North America or overseas as well. You know, so please don't feel alone. Try to come in, find some friends, play some games, gather around, have join a community. It's super important.
Yeah, all I gotta say is be a part of the community, because we care. All right, we care for y'all. Man, it's been great. Don't be afraid to check out all the links below. If you guys want to hang out with us, casters, and Queen McRib, we also all stream. We have socials right below. We're in the Discord. So don't be afraid, guys.
Yeah, so that does it for us tonight. I'm Queen McRib. Like Alon said, I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I hope to see you guys there.
And I'm Funny Man. I'm glad to be your caster, part of the casting duo here with Pierce, Muted, Alan. And of course, I stream. You can find all that information down below or twitch.tv/funnymanlhg.
Yeah, thank you guys again for coming out. You can follow me on Twitter at MutedT1. Do have a Twitch that might be down below, but not the most consistent streamer. But I am getting a nice new mic. Should be set up here in the next couple of days, so maybe that'll give me a little bit boost to stream. But yeah, thanks again for stopping by, and we will see you guys on Monday for our next set of matches.